please. My name is K, and welcome to Would You Rather. So, I decided that I wanted to just kind of have a casual video rather than one that's more part of an episodic event. I'm going to get back into Subnautica very shortly, but I just wanted to sit down, kind of do some thought experiments, and maybe get philosophical, maybe get deep. Not really sure yet. But the first one is kind of a fun one to start the night off with. Run the world's only unicorn petting zoo, or always have the car of your dreams. And the stipulation is that they are real unicorns. You cannot sell them, but you would be world famous. And your car would be magically delivered for free, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. Obviously, I would do the unicorn petting zoo because it's a freaking unicorn. You don't see those every day or ever at all because it's a mythical creature like a centaur or a dragon. And having the car of your dreams, you would make so much money running the world's only unicorn petting zoo. Even if you charged just $10 a pet for just every person to do that, or if you charged per hour or per minute if people wanted to be in the pin with the unicorn to do it, you would make bank because everybody would want to come, one, see the unicorns and take pictures of them, and two, touch and pet a unicorn for themselves. And if they're the mythical magical creatures that they are said to be in legends, then they definitely have qualities that could probably be beneficial to many people who get the chance to touch them. So I would get the benefits of raising these things and cultivating their magical abilities for myself, and I'd be helping other people while making a profit to allow them to touch it too. It's a super win-win situation, and then with all the money, I could buy the car of my dreams plus a bunch of other shit. With the other one, you only get to have a car, so that's extremely lame. We're definitely going petting zoo. What? People would rather have the car of their dreams? Do they not think about the financial possibilities that this petting zoo could bring in? Okay. Huh. People are dumb. Would you rather never be able to feel emotions or never be able to express emotions? Ooh. That one's actually pretty interesting. Because you would either just be apathetic inside, nothing bothers you, you would never feel anger, you would never feel sadness, everything you do would just be logical. Nothing would be based on emotion. Everything would be based on logic, fact, and punctuality, I guess. Not really punctuality, but professionalism. Just, this is what needs to happen, done, done, done. Whereas the other one, you would still be able to feel and express emotions, however, you couldn't express them. So you would still feel happiness, sadness, anger, all of that, but you would have a mask of apathy on your face. Which would be really, really good if you were doing poker. You could just go into the poker business and have the best face. Nobody would be able to read you. You would have no tell whatsoever because nothing on your nothing on your face would ever change because you would be physically unable to alter the way that you look for any reason. Even if you're nervous, you're unsure, you're like, oh crap, I have the shittiest hand in the world, and you're bluffing, you would be the best bluffer. Whereas the other one, you could still express emotions, but you wouldn't be able to feel them. So essentially you'd be having to act all of your emotions out that you don't actually feel. You would have to pretend to feel emotion every day. And if you don't feel anything, then you wouldn't feel the need, the emotional desire. You would have no desire to do that. It wouldn't make any sense. So you would still be unable to express emotion even if you were never able to feel them. Because if you don't feel them, you wouldn't express them because you would feel no need to express those emotions. It wouldn't be logical to. There'd be no reason. So, at least with this one, never being able to express them, you'd still be an emotional creature, but you could really, really craft bluffing, and you would be useful in many, many situations. It could kind of make social situations and stuff awkward, but if you explained it to people ahead of time, then I don't think it would be that big of a deal. Oh. A lot of people agree. I like it. Play Rock Band or Guitar Hero? Dude, obviously Guitar Hero. That was my jam growing up. Oh my god, my brother and I would play that all the time. And I'm glad a lot of people agree with me. Phone, why are you going off? nothing important. Alright, next question. Would you rather store all your photos on Facebook or store all your photos on Flickr? Facebook, because I never use Flickr, and that's pretty much where all my photos go that I share with friends and family, I guess, or that are more personal. Mostly all of my pictures, like all of my modeling photos, anything I do acting-wise and stuff goes on Instagram. Really, anything cool I do goes on Facebook and Instagram, but all of my modeling stuff I put on Instagram, so that would really be where I store all my photos. Yeah, I would say Facebook, because I'm not sure what Flickr actually is, and I'd much rather just store everything on Facebook for the rest of my life than the other one. Be albino or be a ginger? Gingers are gorgeous. I would so much rather be a ginger. There are some beautiful, beautiful redheaded people, including Mr. Reds Gaming, so there you go. Have to live Adolf Hitler's life or Joseph Stalin's life? Holy shit. They were both historically bad people. But Adolf did so much more terrible things than Stalin did. He did mass genocide, he was the head of all these things, he was crazy. They were both crazy. They were both super, super crazy, but yeah, I would definitely have to go with Stalin, because the lesser of two evils, Stalin, is just a little bit higher than Adolf Hitler. Not by much, but a little bit. Before you go to bed, would you rather take 3 shots of dip or take 3 shots of dirty bong water? And you cannot clean your mouth in any way until the next morning. You do not get to choose the flavor of dip. Oh. Okay, for one, the dip tobacco would just... Oh my god, I hate dip. I hate dip. The whole reason that it works and gets into your system so fast is because they have little tiny microscopic shards of glass in the tobacco that cut up your gums and make micro cuts in your gum so the tobacco can seep into your bloodstream almost immediately. That is how dip works. So it's not only abusive to your body physically, but also chemically terrible because you're putting tobacco into your body, of course. Ugh. Okay, the bong water, dirty bong water, by it saying dirty, I'm assuming it means people have taken hits on the bong, so there could be microscopic bits of their spit in the bong, but not really. When people use bongs, it's more so you just take a hit from it and move on. You don't have to take a swig of anything, it's just smoke, and the water is just used to cool it down. So it's just going to be water that tastes a little bit like weed, which is nasty in and of itself, yes, but not nearly as bad as tobacco. So almost untainted water that tastes like weed versus tobacco, I'll go with that any day. 60% of people agree, thank God. If you could, would you rather end world hunger or find a cure for cancer? And you wouldn't be able to profit financially from either. That's the stipulation on this one. Okay. So if I ended world hunger, would that mean that now the world is able to produce enough food that nobody goes hungry, and that we've then also increased the ability to ship said foods freshly to these places so they don't arrive bad? Because that would not only end world hunger, but that would mean that in order to do so, we have created extremely more efficient and interconnected railway, plane, and road services just all across the world, everywhere. That would mean that more of the cities are developed everywhere in the world to be able to handle all of the foods that are coming to these places, and even if it's done mostly locally, that would mean that they have to have the infrastructures set up to handle that kind of demand and efficient business model for producing and doing all of these foods. So I would have created a model that works for every single city, every village, everything. So even the furthest villages in places in Africa would be able to get food efficiently and humanely, clean, good non-spoiled food every single day, as well as the big major cities in that same country. That would actually have really, really good ramifications, because not only would they get food, but they would have better roads to have quicker access to hospitals and modern medical advances if somebody in the village is sick and they need to get somewhere. It would also make places all over the world more modern and less dirty, because they would have to be more modernized and efficient in today's day and age. It would just have so many amazing ramifications, in addition to nobody dying of starvation, unless of course they're like lost in a cave or something, but in actual settlements nobody would go hungry from starvation. And and if you found a cure for cancer, yes, you found a cure for cancer, but that doesn't mean everybody that has cancer will be able to have an access to that cure. So people in second and third world countries wouldn't be able to benefit from the cure. It would still be people in first world countries, and even then, it still wouldn't be everybody in first world countries. People who have cancer might not be able to afford it, and if you did find a cure for it, so many people get cancer that who knows if it would be able to be put out everywhere. You can't guarantee that even if you find the cure for it, that everybody's going to be able to use it, which makes the disease even worse if you have a cure for it and you have people that are still dying from it just because they don't have access to it, whereas you absolutely will end world hunger now and forever, and you have to do everything you need to do in order to get to that point. So definitely world hunger. What? Find a cure for... Yeah, I mean, finding the cure for cancer. I mean, that's really nice, but that doesn't mean everybody gets to be cured from cancer. The world hunger means that everybody in the world is no longer starving, and in order for that to happen, there had to be major modernization and infrastructural implementations put into countries and villages inside those countries, cities, and everything else. And would you rather soil yourself and not be able to clean yourself, or change clothes for a week, or wear the same clothes for a year? Soil yourself and not be able to clean yourself or change clothes for a week, or wear the same clothes for a year. Alright, let's see. You cannot shower, mask the smell, or wash your clothes for either option. Oh, gross. You also may not layer clothes on top or strip, therefore you must keep shorts on in the winter and pants/sweaters on in the summer, sweat in them. You also must resume everyday activities, i.e. go to work and school, and may not stay home. Well, that's stupid stipulations, because if you can't shower for either one, then obviously everybody should pick wear the same clothes for a year, because if you can't shower for either one, at least wearing the same clothes, you don't have shit that you can't wash off for the rest of your life ever, because this is, you can never shower for either option. So obviously you would rather just wear the same clothes and not have shit on you, even though you can't shower ever in either one. That's stupid. Okay, we're gonna ignore the stipulations, because that's just asinine. I would still, because assuming you can shower, if you soil yourself and you can't clean yourself or change clothes for a week, that's nasty. You have to soil yourself and you can't clean yourself until the end of that week, which is just disgusting. You have to do everything you need to do. You can't just, I mean, you could take a week off of work or whatever, but that's not something that would be comfortable even if you were by yourself, because you would still have to smell yourself, and that's also not good because you could get infections for having disgusting old urine and poop all over you. That's not what you want. That's not clean or healthy by any means, even if it is only for a week. Whereas if you just wear the same clothes every day for a year, that's not so bad. You could just wear like a light hoodie that you can then just, roll the sleeves up in the summer. You can wear jeans, because that's good in essentially every season ever, and that's not a biggie. And then you just wash those same clothes, wear a comfortable bra for a woman, if it was me doing this, and comfortable, breathable underwear, and boom, you're set. That's in socks. You're good. That's what you do for an entire year. And then you wash those clothes, and you still get to take a shower. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Definitely this one. Would you rather stop showering or stop brushing your teeth? Oh. And these includes all aspects of either cleaning your body, bathing, washing, etc., and cleaning your teeth, flossing, mouthwash, etc. Okay. If you stop showering, you're gonna smell absolutely, absolutely awful. And you're going to be super duper dirty, you're not going to look good, everything is going to be just disgusting about you. Even if you have the prettiest teeth, they're gonna smell terrible, no one's gonna want to be around you. Whereas if you stop brushing your teeth, you can still smell great, but then everybody that gets close to you would have to smell your chronic halitosis, and your teeth would eventually fall out. You would have gingivitis up the wazoo. I mean, and then eventually I guess you could get dentures. Which would be what that would lead to. And you get cavities, so that would be expensive. I know that people don't shower and they smell terrible, but eventually your body will build up an immunity and just stop smelling bad after one point. Because people didn't shower or brush their teeth for thousands of years. That wasn't healthy, it wasn't good, so we have longer life expectancies now in addition to modern medicine and among other things, but I mean, there's people today that brush their teeth but don't really shower. They only shower like once a week or whatever, but for the rest of your life, just stop altogether. I'm gonna have to go brushing your teeth because I'd rather have bad teeth that just fall out and then you don't have to worry about them anymore, and you can get dentures to replace them, than not shower ever and still have to go out into the public, because then that's just gonna have worse ramifications for the rest of your life. And most people agree. Would you rather never touch a computer again, or never touch a person of the opposite sex again? So, this is more so for single nerds versus people that are really, really into the opposite sex. I guess it doesn't even really matter, because if you're, I mean, personally for me, it wouldn't matter, because if I never touched a computer again, I wouldn't be able to do anything. Whereas if I never touched a person of the opposite sex again, that would suck, because I'd never be able to touch Steven or anybody else like that. But I already love him. If I wasn't in a relationship, I would just choose never touch a person of the opposite sex, because I'm bi, so I would just focus on dating women for the rest of my life, and that would be fine. But I'm already married, so it's a little late for that option. So never being able to touch my husband again would not be something that I would do. I would much rather never touch a computer again and just have to do things all through my phone, or have people do things for me on the computer while I'm watching them do it, and have someone do it for me, if it meant that I could continue doing everything that I need to do with my husband and any men ever. I'm a hugger. I like to be near and around people. Yeah, it would definitely computer. You're playing Connect 4 against an emotionally unstable man with an explosive temper. Would you rather take him down, let him win? Oh my god. Connect 4 against an emotionally unstable man with an explosive temper. Well, if he's emotionally... How emotionally unstable is he? Is he emotionally unstable to the point where if he loses, he's going to immediately try and kill me? Because that would actually be fantastic, because if he tried to kill me, then I could kill him, and I've always wanted to try and kill someone, so, you know, that would be just fine with me. But if I let him win, that's not going to help his emotional stability. You should never just let somebody win because you think it'll make them feel better. That's stupid. No, I don't care what his emotional state is or how he's going to react. If he's a big, little, stupid baby head about it, then he deserves to lose because he's a loser. Obviously take him down. What? Wow, that seems pretty divided. Would you rather have the feeling of being kicked in the testicles for 12 hours a day, or ever be able to produce healthy children? I'm pretty sure they meant never. Any child you have in the red option would be subjected to severe health issues / deformities, not simple food allergies. Definitely never be able to produce healthy children, because for one, I've never obviously felt that feeling before, but I would assume that it's absolutely awful. And I would just never have healthy children. I want to adopt all my children anyway, so you could always just do an egg and sperm, in vitro insemination and give it to a surrogate. So I don't want to have the experience of childbirth ever, ever, ever anyway. So this is definitely the preferred option. If while you're earning a PhD you were offered a high-paying job, would you rather continue studying your PhD or leave school to take the high-paying job? Basically, earn the degree in hopes of a better job and a sense of accomplishment, or take the high-paying job and quit the PhD program. Huh. Okay. So let's say you're trying to get a PhD to be a doctor. Let's say that when you're done with your PhD, you're pretty much guaranteed a job that would net you $150,000 to $250,000 a year, plus bonuses and whatever else you can get, more than that. But you were offered, while you were doing that, a job that pays you $300,000 for a high-paying job. To just quit, stop, and do that for me, $300,000 a year, boom, said, done. Or would you go, no, I'm going to start out at $150,000, $200,000, but I'm going to finish my PhD, I'm going to do this job that I want to do, and I'm going to go with that. No, I would absolutely leave school and take the high-paying job, because you're guaranteed to have an extremely fantastic source of income, and you don't have to waste money going to school, because that's expensive as shit anyway. And it takes forever, especially if you're doing a PhD, no matter what point of the program you're in. And this is just a better solution. You pretty much get the benefit of a high-paying job without having to go to school for it. So you've saved money from going to school, and you get a super high-paying job anyway. So you don't need the PhD in the first place. Be able to talk and read minds, but you get a really bad headache after you use it, or be able to fly, but you're afraid of heights. Okay, let's see. Be able to talk to and read minds, but you get a really bad headache. I already get bad headaches anyway, but I would assume, and it doesn't say you get a migraine, it just says you get a bad headache. So I deal with those all the time on a daily basis, and I don't get the dope effects of being able to have psychic powers and talk to and read minds at my own whim. And while I would much rather be able to fly, the fact that I'm afraid of heights would mean that I would have to drug myself in order to do that ability, and then at that point I'm not able to fully enjoy the experience of flying because I'm drugged up in order to even try and use it. So definitely that one. Whoa, I did not think it was going to be that divided. But I guess I'm an outlier because I already have bad headaches anyway, so pretty much I'm just gaining a dope ability since it's something I already have to deal with. Okay. Would you rather get caught cheating or catch your partner cheating? And on that question, I am going to let you guys wonder and decide about that. So that is all the time I have for this episode. If you guys have an answer to this one, then please drop it down in the comment section below and let me know why you would pick either getting caught cheating or catching your partner cheating in the act instead. I would love to hear your explanations and thoughts on that. But without taking up any more of y'all's time, I will go ahead and let you beautiful, beautiful people go, and I will talk to y'all later. Goodbye, my lovelies.
3, 2, 1, jump!